Well, I look at every patient as if they were a family member. And when I take their history, you learn a lot from the history. And then you move on to the examination. But from your history, you really can see and feel what that patient almost is feeling, if you will. And I look at all aspects, and what I do is primarily do the best thing for them and to keep them the safest. I learned in nursing school that keeping the patient safe is number one. I feel it's very important that the patient be responsible for their healing. And it's funny, on the first interview when I'm taking their history, I can usually tell if they're scared, or I can tell if it was their husband that wanted them to come, or I can really tell if they don't know what's going on, but it's really their last desperate hope to come to me. And I explain to them, you know, for instance, like the food diary. It's very important that they write their food diary, that I actually see what they're eating, so I can read it and go over it with them. And when the patient comes to me and doesn't come with their food diary, and they'll say, oh, well, I eat the same thing all the time, that's the patient that's not going to have the greatest amount of success. And I tell them that up front.
I love her. The first week I had come in, actually the first 2 weeks after I lost quite a bit of weight, and then it kept coming off. I told her, I go, all I wanted to do was come in and give you a hug. I said, because I was so thrilled with the program. I lost actually 45 pounds, and the first couple of weeks, the weight was coming off. I was told not to get on the scale, but you know how we are. We get on the scale to find out where we are. And the weight just was coming off. I was eating, and the weight fell off, literally. It just fell off. I feel great. My headaches are less. I'm a chronic migraine sufferer, so my migraines are less. I feel better. I'm not bloated. My skin is better. I can sleep better. I have more energy. Everything is much better.
How it all started was I was looking around in magazines and books I bought to try to boost my energy level, because I always felt fatigued. And I tried numerous kinds of herbs and everything on myself, but I never had the right combination. And when I seen her on TV and she was talking about fatigue and how things affect you, you know, just food itself in general, I thought that this was the person that I had to go see for sure. So I did. I came in and I told her what my problem was, fatigue. Weight was never an issue. I never told her. In fact, she says, you're not here for losing weight. I'm here to make you feel better from the inside out. And I says, okay, because weight really wasn't on my mind. It was why I was tired all the time. And she gave me this program to follow, what not to eat, what to eat, the foods, the proper foods, how to do it. And it was very simple. It wasn't hard. And I followed it. And she gave me some herbs. And when I was taking these herbs, the first week I was noticing that I was scratching, like I said, I was scratching and having rashes and stuff. And I said, oh my God, what's happening now? Chemical reactions, whatever. But she did mention, after I was thinking that, she says the toxins are going to come out of your body, and everybody reacts differently to it. And I guess that was my reaction. So I waited about a week to 8 days. That went away, and I noticed my energy level was starting to rise. I wasn't tired. You know, I wasn't fatigued. I can go longer. I can do more. And now, like I said, I've always worked 7 days a week, basically, and now I don't have any problem. It's like I've been reborn. I feel, honestly, about 20 years younger.
I have twins, Alex and Benjamin. Dr. Martin, when the kids were born, they had a hard time sleeping, and every time she adjusts them, they slept for a couple more hours. So she tried to adjust them almost every day, and we went from regular milk to soy milk, so that helps too. But the problem is, when she adjusts them, I noticed one day she didn't come in because she was very busy, and the kids did not sleep for any time. But every time she adjusts them, they will sleep for like 3 or 4 hours, and they would be okay.
Dan got into a car accident. Also, he's an avid hockey player, so he has a couple of ankle surgeries, and we're working on rocker boards and some rehab with him. His back's a little bit tight. Dan, your back's a little tight here, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Take a deep breath in and blow out. Good. People come to me for all various parts of pain management, obesity, reflux, colon issues, all types of things, arthritis. People come to me for back pain or any type of pain in pregnancy, when their children aren't sleeping through the night, when they have colic. There are so many things that I treat. So many, there's just a vast array. I've even seen people for ulcerative colitis, celiac disease. People don't know what to do. People come to me for prevention. People come to me when they're at their last resort and they don't know where else to go. I see a lot of people with fibromyalgia, and I've helped at least 90% of the people with fibromyalgia that have come to me and that 90% is usually 100% of that 90% are the people that are going to follow my program and do exactly what I say.